예, 그랬으면 조금 이따 이제 그 스페셜 텍스트 자막이 나왔을 뻔했는데.
If I did have that special thanks, it would have been on the screen right about now.
왜 어려웠는지는 그러게요. 그 정말 제가 그들에게 묻고 싶은 질문이네요. 아마 이제 그 스튜디오들은 각본을 놓고 이런 소재다. 좀 어두운 얘기거리잖아요. 그러니까 이런 소재의 경우에 이 정도 예산 이렇게 계산하는 게 프로젝션하는 게 있을 테니까 거기에서 나온 그 예산의 액수가 제가 원하는 것과 약간 차이가 있었던 것 같습니다.
And regarding the question of why it was so hard to make this into a Hollywood film, that is precisely the question that I want to ask them. But my guess would be that studios, when they read the screenplay, they have their own calculation and projection about if this screenplay is such a dark subject matter, it would only require this amount of budget, and that was a different level of budget than what I needed.
그리고 한국 영화로 바뀌면서 한 가지는 이제 분재 아이디어가 새로 들어왔다. 차이가 있고요.
And regarding the changes that came with making this into a Korean film, I got to introduce the bonsai element.
단순히 만수의 취미에 그치는 것이 아니라 그것을 활용해서 시체를 처리하는 시조의 시체를 처리하는 방법으로까지 활용할 수 있게 됐기 때문에 저에게는 굉장히 중요한 아이디어였습니다.
And it doesn't just stop at Mansu's hobby. I decided to utilize it further as a method to take care of Shijo's body, which is why it was a very important change for me.
저는 정말 그 전기톱을 쓰고 싶지 않았거든요.
Because I really didn't want to use a chainsaw.
만수가 그 전기톱 껐다 해가면서 막 괴로워하고 망설이고 하는 장면이 있지 않습니까? 그게 바로 저의 마음이었습니다.
Remember the scene where Mansu has a chainsaw in his hand and he's hesitating whether to use it? That was my mental state as I was writing this.
그래서 그 분재 사용하는 철사로 신체를 꽁꽁 묶어서 부피를 줄이는 방법을 찾아냈고 그것을 실제로 구현해서 찍을 때 그 이미지가 너무 보기에 아름다워서 정말 흐뭇했습니다.
So when I thought of that idea to use the wire that he uses for bonsai to decrease the mass of the body and to take care of the body in that direction, and then when we actually shot it, it was so beautiful to look at. So I was very proud of that idea.
그리고 바뀐 것 또 하나는 이제 분재는 새로 들어온 것이라면 빠져나가는 아이디어가 있는데 그것은 무도회가 원래는 미국 역사를 소재로 하는 것이었는데 뭐 링컨 대통령 같은 사람들로 등장한 그런 사람들이 잔뜩 나오는 역사의 인물이 잔뜩 나오는 그런 옷을 입고 하는 파티였는데 그것을 못 쓰게 됐죠. 포카혼타스는 그 미국 역사의 인물 중에 한 명으로 설정되었던.
So that was a change that I had to take out, and there was another. That was a change that I had to add regarding the bonsai, and another change that I had to take out of the script that I had for the American project was regarding the dance party scene. So originally this was themed after U.S. history, so people in the party were dressed as American historical figures like Lincoln. But as I changed this into a Korean film, I wasn't able to use that element anymore, and Pocahontas was one of those characters back at the time.
그리고 이제 제일 큰 차이, 한국 영화로 바꾸면서 그 제일 큰 차이는 그렇게 전환하면서 이병헌을 얻을 수 있게 됐다는 점이죠.
And of course, the biggest difference that came with changing this into a Korean film was being able to cast Lee Byung-hun.
Just to bring Byung-hun into this, director Park usually generates his own projects, but you, like any actor, often have to compete for roles, and maybe sometimes roles that you wanted very very badly that may have gone to other actors. Were you able to relate to Mansu on some level from your own experience and being envious or locked out of job opportunities, or as a man, as a father, as an actor?
Luckily, I never had an audition before. When I got nominated Gotham Awards, I was concerned about should I get rid of my writers? But there was Ethan. Ethan is my good friend, so I couldn't.
That's Ethan Hawke. Thank you for not murdering him. That's very kind. You and Director Park have known each other for a very long time. Your breakout role, of course, was in Joint Security Area 25 years ago, and you acted again for him in 3 Extremes. Working again with him now, how did it feel that your relationship had changed? Was it just like old times? Had you noticed that he had grown as a director, or did it feel like no time had passed?
Yes, as you know, we've been a colleague and a friend for like since 26 years ago. And yeah, we drink together. He comes to my house, we have dinner together. Yeah, we're a good friend, and at the same time, we're a colleague, so that we support each other's projects. And we talk about a lot of movies, and we watch a movie together. I'm gonna speak in Korean. 감독님의 성품은 여전히 너무나 젠틀하시고 늘 모든 사람들에게 웃는 얼굴로 정말 너무나 이렇게 상냥하신 그런 모습이에요 항상. 근데 이제 그런 상냥하고 웃는 얼굴로 정말 까다로운 주문을 하니까 더 약간 악마 같은 모습이 보일 때가 있어요.
Director Park always has such a gentle demeanor, and he has a smiling face that he shows everyone. But with that smiling face, the requests he makes are extremely meticulous, so that makes him a little bit devilish.
I mean, he's such a meticulous filmmaker. Every frame is so delicately composed. How does that allow room for you as an actor to bring the sort of humanity and the elasticity that you're able to bring to a character like Mansu? How are you able to bring a sense of life into these rigidly and meticulously composed frames?
일단 감독님이 스토리보드를 정말 너무나 잘하시고 독특하게 하시는 그런 분으로 되게 유명해요. 그리고 그거 하나하나를 카메라 감독과 함께 정말 너무나 열심히 오랫동안 준비를 해서 그 스크린보드를 짜시는데 사실은 저는 스크린보드를 잘 안 보는 편이에요. 왜냐면 스토리를 읽어 나갈 때 저만의 어떤 그 상상력을 바탕으로 해서 새로운 것들을 제 안에서 창조해 낸다고 저는 생각을 하는데, 그렇기 때문에 그 네모 칸 안에 만화같이 생긴 그 스토리보드를 보면 그 순간 저도 모르게 그 작은 칸에 갇히는 것 같은 느낌이 들어서 때로는 내가 굉장히 중요하다고 생각하는 감정인데 뒷모습일 때도 있고 멀리 풀샷이어서 나의 감정이 안 보일 때도 있어요. 그래서 저만의 상상력을 가지고 저는 상상을 하고 그날 씬을 찍으러 갔다가 아침에 스토리보드 쪽지를 받고선 그제서야 이제 한번 체크를 하고 꼭 내가 이 부분에서만큼은 저의 감정을 보여줬으면 좋겠다고 감독님께 이제 부탁을 드리면 그때 감독님이 저의 몸의 각도를 살짝 바꾸거나 아니면 카메라 각도를 살짝 바꿔서 거기에 맞게 또 연출을 해주시는 그런 편이었어요.
Director Park is really known for his extremely well thought out and unique storyboards, and I know that he spends a lot of time preparing these with the DP. However, I don't really look at them. So when it comes to the story and when I'm reading the script, I really like to use my own imagination to come up with new suggestions or really delve into the emotion of the scene. So I really don't want to be trapped in the square, almost like a cartoon character. And I think it's really important to be able to be completely inside the emotion. So when I'm feeling this emotion, sometimes the shot planned out might be a full shot or a shot from behind. So that can be a little bit limiting. So of course, when I go onto set in the morning, I check the storyboard. But if there's a moment that I really want to show this emotion, I have a discussion with Director Park and see if there can be an adjustment that can be made in terms of the blocking or my body positioning, or maybe even the camera position, so that this emotion can be seen clearly.
Director Park, you described this as a lifetime project. It's something that you've been wanting to do for 2 decades now. You know, it's funny because I can imagine that it feels like so many of your films could have been called No Other Choice. You finally made this one. But the world has changed so much since Donald Westlake published his novel, The Axe on Which It is Based, and since even you began thinking about adapting it. And those changes have not necessarily or at all been for the better. Have you felt that the film is just doing the story you wanted to tell with it? It's just been getting more and more relevant as you waited to make it?
네, 그렇죠. 제가 소설 읽은 것이 20년 됐고 작업 시작한 지는 15년 된 셈인데요. 그 15년 동안에 포기하지 않았던 것은 제가 어느 나라에서 온 사람들에게 이 얘기를 들려주어도 그들 모두가 이거 우리나라 얘긴데요 라고 반응을 했기 때문입니다. 그런 반응들을 15년 내내 들어왔어요. 어느 영화제에 가서나 무슨 영화 찍으러 드라마 찍으러 외국에 가거나 외국인 친구들을 만나서 한국의 친구는 당연하고 그 얘기를 이 기간 내내 들어왔기 때문에 이 얘기는 그 유행을 따라서 한때 반짝 관심을 끌었다가 몇 년 지나면 아무도 관심 갖지 않는 그런 얘기로 그렇게 전락해버리는 그런 소재가 아니구나라는 것을 확신할 수 있었습니다.
So it's been 20 years since I first read the novel, but I actually spent 15 years trying to adapt it. And the reason that I wasn't able to give up on the idea of adapting this novel is because whenever I tell the story to any of my friends, regardless of where they're from, they would always say, oh, this sounds very relevant to our country right now, all throughout those years. So whenever I visit a foreign country, either for a film festival or for a shoot, not only my Korean friends, but friends from other countries would always tell me the same thing. So that's what gave me the certainty that this issue isn't some trendy issue that's going to be irrelevant in the future. I knew that this was that timeless subject matter.
그래서 그런데다가 이렇게 시간이 흐르면서 제가 처음 이 영화를 기획했을 당시에는 그렇게 심각하게 사람들이 취급하지 않았던 AI라는 테크놀로지에 대한 관심이 이제 아주 급증해서 이제 고용 문제를 얘기할 때 빠뜨릴 수 없는 주제가 되어버렸죠.
And on top of that, a change that's happened over the years from when I first developed the project is society's great interest in AI. And now we can't discuss the issue of job security without including AI.
그 결과 이 영화의 마지막을 완전히 새로 써야 했고, 그래서 여러분이 보신 것처럼 만수가 마지막에 자기가 원했던 직장을 얻어서 갔는데 첫 출근 날 불을 하나씩 켜서 자기 인간이 여기 왔다. 이제 이 공장의 지배자는 나다라고 선언하죠. 그런데 얼마 지나지 않아서 만수가 하는 행동들이 다 아무 뭐랄까요 의미 없는 하나 해도 그만 안 해도 그만인 행동이라는 것이 드러나죠. 말하자면 종이로를 멍둥이로 두드려보는 행동 이런 것이 아무 쓸데없는 행동이잖아요. 로봇이 이미 머리 더 위에서 똑같은 일을 하고 있고 그런 식의 그냥 인간이 자기가 중요하다고 생각하면서 혼자서 그렇게 생각하면서 하는 행동일 뿐이고 결국에는 AI가 불을 하나씩 다시 끄면서 공장을 소등 시스템으로 돌리고 만수를 밀어내는 결과로 가는 거죠.
And as a result, I decided to completely change the ending of the film. And this is the scene where Mansu finally gets the job that he's wanted. And he enters this factory and he turns on the lights as if to make a statement that I manage the factory now. But soon we realize that his actions are meaningless because when he's hitting the paper roll with his stick the manual way, right above his head, the robot is doing the same job. So the humans might believe that they're important, but soon after we witness how the AI uses the lights off system to slowly turn off the lights behind him as if they're pushing Mansu out of the factory.
그래서 만수는 결국 인간 경쟁자를 천신만고 끝에 다 처리하고 이 자리를 차지했지만 그보다 훨씬 더 무서운 경쟁자를 만나면서 이 영화에서 쫓겨나다시피 하게 되는 거죠. 이것이 이 영화의 가장 커다란 비극이자 아이러니라고 생각합니다.
So Mansu, in the end of the film, we witness his journey and how he went through so much to eliminate his human competitors, only to be met with a far scarier competitor, which is the AI. And ultimately, the AI kicks him out of the job that he's earned for himself as well. And that is the great tragedy and irony of this film.
15년 전에 제가 이 영화를 바로 미국 투자를 받아서 만들었다면은 그런 아이디어를 못 냈을 테니까 결국 그렇게 긴 세월 투자를 못 받은 결과 제가 얻을 수 있었던 것은 이병헌과 AI다 이렇게 말씀드릴 수 있겠습니다.
So 15 years ago, if I had actually gotten the investment that I wanted here in the US, I wouldn't have been able to use that idea. So the two gains I've gained from the Hollywood turning me down is being able to cast Lee Byung-hun and being able to incorporate the idea of AI.
And Byung-hun, your first question when you read the screenplay was to Director Park, am I allowed to be funny? And obviously